Hey, what is up, folks? This is Will with Exposing the IWC, and this is like a random ass late stream, late for me at least. I was not planning on going live tonight, but I decided after watching 4 hours, well not 4 hours, more like 3 hours of freaking Marigold tonight, and then not wanting to wait any longer to talk about Smackdown, I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and knock it out tonight because I kind of want to talk about both shows ASAP and not tomorrow. Because by tomorrow, I'll probably be thinking about something else anyway. So let's just get it out the way tonight. So we're talking about tonight why Cody Rhodes is a dumbass, pretty much reviewing all of SmackDown. And then at the end, I will review the big Marigold show that was hyped up by me and others for a long time. And yeah, I'll talk about my thoughts on that show, what was good, what wasn't, best matches and all that stuff. And yeah, but before I will start with SmackDown. Before I dive into SmackDown, I want to talk about this right here. My man Prime posted, took to SmackDown and made this poster, which is awesome. Highlight of the night for me and for SmackDown, I would think. He is goated for that. I was taken aback, but yeah, he knows, just like I do, that IWC needs to be exposed sometimes. So that was pretty cool to see. I don't know what to say to that. It was pretty crazy to see that on TV. But yes, apparently there was somebody behind him that was annoyed by that sign. But hey, you gotta get the message out, okay? Folks gotta know. The folks have got to know that the IWC full of shit sometimes, you know? But yeah, this is cool. This was cool. Nia Jax agrees that the IWC is full of shit. But yeah, yeah, I kind of don't even know what to say to this, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see that on TV on SmackDown. Some people came to my account and said, "Oh yeah, I followed you because of this sign," which is cool. So again, Prime posted on Twitter. Appreciate you. That was awesome. Yeah, now let's talk about what happened on SmackDown. So we open up with Tiffany time. Tiffany Straton comes down to the ring, and she starts a diatribe about how she is the youngest champion in the history of WWE. It was not the youngest champion, the youngest Money in the Bank winner. Start taking a shot at Trish Stratus, so that makes me wonder: are they going to actually do the Trish Stratus storyline? Is Trish going to face Tiffany at some point? I mean, because she didn't have to bring up Tiffany. So I'm wondering, does that mean we're going to get a Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus storyline? I don't know, maybe. But I thought it was interesting. Then we got big time Tiffany chants. So Tiffany time chants have been very loud. I think the reason why she even became champion, the reason why she's so goddamn over, is because of not only because her talents and her looks, because she is a standout. She just looks like an awesome star. So Triple H, yes, she is. So that's why Triple H he had no choice but to push her. He had no choice but to put the Money in the Bank briefcase on her, because it's just, at some point, it can't be denied. When you're that over everywhere, France, Australia, wherever the hell she goes, she's over. So at that point, even as a heel, you see in the ring, she's a heel, she's acting like a heel, she's behaving like a heel, and they're still giving her the Tiffany time chance. It's kind of Rhea Ripley-esque. Like, she's acting like a heel, but she's still getting cheered. At that point, there's nothing you can do. You have to acknowledge it. So they're acknowledging it by putting the Money in the Bank briefcase on her. So she calls out all three champions. She brings up Bayley. She brings up Roxanne. She brings up Liv Morgan. I thought it was a solid promo. My biggest problem with Tiffany Stratton sometimes, she's a complete package. But the one thing she has to work on, in my opinion, is her in-ring live promos. This time, I thought she did well. And by the way, that's not like a knock against her. Everybody talked about how that's like the hardest thing to get right. Even Rhea Ripley said she had to work on that. That was the weakest part of her game, was her live in-mic promo. She's great backstage segments. Great. Perfect backstage. With that character work, awesome. But in the ring, live, on the mic, sometimes it's a little tough to figure that stuff out. But last night, I thought she did pretty well. So she did great, solid, no mistakes, no flubs. She didn't do any weird pauses like she sometimes does. It was awesome. Then we had Bailey come out there. Now, Bailey, if I'm being honest, Bailey was kind of she was okay, but not the best. I don't know how people feel about babyface Bailey, but I feel like she's much more comfortable as a heel with her promos and even like everything all together. Like Bailey as a heel is where it's at for me, and I think her babyface run and her promos is not coming off how I thought it would. I thought we still get that heel flavor, but with the babyface like package or the babyface cover, but it's more babyface than I thought it would be. You're missing that fire, those snappy comebacks. There's just something missing with her as a babyface. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but her babyface run is not working for me. She was kind of stumbling over some of her words. I just think heel Bailey is so confident and so brash and just so missing that flavor. Like, I don't know. I just feel like babyface Bailey is kind of neutered, but I don't know. I can't really describe how it's going off like right now, but I just think her babyface run has not been the best. And right now, her promos aren't helping. It's kind of just lukewarm promos in the babyface as a babyface. I don't know what she can do about it. Because it's the same thing over and over again. It's not helping or changing or getting any better. So, but anyway, she brings up 2019. She won Money in the Bank, and she said, "Oh, with Tiffany, you weren't even Money in the Bank. I'm sorry, you didn't even know what WWE was in 2019." I thought Tiffany had actually a very good response to that. She said, like a very Gen Z response. She's like, "That was like a million years ago." It just took Tiffany came off better. She just came off better in that segment. Like, it shouldn't be the case. The veteran Bailey, who is good on the mic, a good storyteller, she should not be coming off sounding like that against Tiffany. Tiffany should not be outshining her, and she was. She was completely outshining her in the promos, and she wasn't even doing anything that special. She was just doing a better job, and I think a lot of that had to do with Bailey's babyface stuff. It just isn't working as well as the heel stuff. She was much better as a heel on the mic. It's spectacular, the difference. I'm having a hard time even like speaking about it. It's rattling my brain how off it just comes off her babyface stuff. So Tiffany says like, while you were at home eating potato chips on the couch with no friends, even like everything about Tiffany's character in that segment worked well. Like even her little corny lines just worked for a character, whereas Bailey was struggling, I felt, a bit against Tiffany, which is a problem. She says, "Oh, you better not cash in on me." And then Nia Jax came out there. So Nia Jax came down there, and I'm loving what Nia Jax is doing. She's funny, she's hilarious. There is no issue with Nia Jax whatsoever. She's getting the proper crowd reaction. She's getting the heat from the crowd. Love it. She says that Bailey says she's not the hugger anymore. She says that she's gonna embarrass Nia Jax. This is the most confidence Bailey has ever had against Nia. Recently, Bailey's been kind of like getting either beat up or looking like he's scared a little bit of Nia Jax, but this time she's actually said, "I'm gonna embarrass you." So that was some strong words for freaking Bailey. So like this is the most confidence she's seen against Nia Jax, it seems. So we'll see how that goes. She says that Nia Jax has PTSD about Money in the Bank. She tries to turn Tiffany and Nia Jax against each other by saying, yeah, PTSD, referencing what happened with Alexa Bliss. Yes, that's what it was. Alexa Bliss cashed in on Nia Jax. She's saying you had PTSD about that. And Tiffany had a weird reaction to that. Like, I don't know why she's acting all scared. It's like she walked away from Nia Jax. It didn't really work in that segment. Like, I don't know why she walked away from Nia Jax. But anyway. And then Nia Jax dropped the ultimate line about BBL Bailey. I was like, what? She went there. She went to Bailey's ass. She really went to the ass. If you don't know what BBL means, Google it. Brazilian butt lift. So she referenced Bailey's ass on national television. I'm guessing they worked that out behind the scenes, so she didn't like surprise her with that comment, because that's going to carry her. That's going to carry on. Like, they're not going to not. The fans are going to remember that. You're not going to forget about that line. So long as she's like willing to have like the BBL signs in the crowd, then hopefully it's all right, because she's going to get that. Those BBL signs are going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. So hopefully she's okay with those signs. It's definitely going to happen. Definitely. This certainly is going to happen. I'm hoping Bayley is okay with those type of comments, or those signs at least. BLL. Hilarious. Like adjusting this freaking chat in the stream or in real time. Yes, I'm happy. I'm hoping she's okay with that. Then we got the actual match, right? That what happened after that? Oh no, then she calls that hasn't happened yet. She called Tiffany her personal Barbie doll, and Tiffany was okay with that. So Tiffany's okay with being called her personal Barbie doll. The dynamic between Tiffany and Nia Jax is interesting. Nia Jax sees Tiffany as a toy, as something to play with. She doesn't really take her that seriously. And I'm thinking Tiffany doesn't really care about Nia Jax either. So we'll see where that goes. Bayley tries a whole divide and conquer situation, but it doesn't really work at the time. I don't think Tiffany, I think, does not trust Nia Jax. I think Tiffany does not care about Nia Jax, but I don't think Nia Jax sees Tiffany as a threat yet. So kind of interesting. I thought that relationship, the Tiffany Nia Jax relationship, would go for a while. I thought it was gonna be a tag team. I'm not so sure now. We'll see. But it's interesting what they're doing. I thought I had it figured out. I thought we're getting the Nia Jax Tiffany Straton tag team. I'm not so sure anymore, but we'll see what happens. A fight breaks out. Nia Jax and Tiffany jump her, and then Michin comes out. Now, Michin is getting a lot of time on TV, which is great. A lot of NXT time, a lot of Smackdown time, and now she's pretty much replaced Naomi in this storyline with Bayley. We'll talk about why that is later on, but they made a decision. Naomi, go away. No Bayley stuff for you, Naomi. All the Naomi fans were thinking we're going to get a Bayley Naomi storyline. Ha! Not so fast. We're not getting that. We're getting a Michin helping out Bayley stuff while Naomi's doing some other stuff. We'll talk about what Naomi's doing later on. I thought it was interesting that they're pivoting to Naomi is not helping her at all with no real explanation. It's now Michin kind of taking that spot. Even the backstage segment was with Michin, not Naomi. Interesting how they gotta pivot sometimes and put people in different storylines to make it work. But Michin is now helping Bayley in the storyline, not Naomi. We all thought Naomi was gonna be helping her at SummerSlam. Nope, it is Michin. So just accept that. So then after the Michin comes out there to hit her with the kendo stick, and that sets up the match with Nia Jax and Michin after the break. Come back from the break, and we have Chelsea Green backstage. She's waiting for Nick Aldis by his freaking door, and Brian Saxton comes up there to talk to her and give her an interview. And he's kind of tell her, by the way, Nick is not here. Nick Aldis is not here. He's like, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. So she's sitting there outside of the door waiting for him. He's not even there. But he tried to tell her. Then we have in the background, which I love to see these days. You love to look in the background, see who's in the background, who's talking to who. Blair Davenport was talking to good old Isla Dawn. So here's the thing. Whatever happens in the background will come to the forefront eventually. So we have a Nia Jax at one point was talking in the background to Tiffany. We saw what happened there. We have a Blair Davenport talking to Isla Dawn in the background. Then Isla Dawn put out a tweet, which I thought was freaking hilarious and clever. Let's go to Isla Dawn's page. I'm having trouble spelling Isla. Isla Dawn. There's freaking S in there. ISLA. What the hell is that? he put out a clever little funny tweet about, you'll see what I'll show you in a second. He put out this tweet right here. It is a gift from the movie The Blair Witch Project. Clever. Blair Davenport plus Unholy Union equals the Blair Witch Project. They should call that should be the name of their faction. So we have Alba Fire, Ala Dawn, and Blair Davenport equals Blair plus the Witches, Blair Witch Project. So this is the direction we're going. We're getting a trio of, again, Blair, Isla, and Alba. Now this begs the question, what is Triple H doing here? We're having a lot of trio action here with the women. This is not a coincidence, folks. It's not a coincidence. It's clear cut what's happening here. He is going in a direction of, we're taking the women's division and we're pairing them into three. Grouping them into three. You got Blair, the Blair Witch Project, Blair, Isla Dawn, and Alba Fire. You got Zoe, Shayna, and Sonya. You got the Party Birds, which is Lyra Valkyria, and the Party Girls, which is Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. You got the Damage Control, of course, which is Io, Dakota Kai, and Kyrie. You got the Big Three, which is where I'm talking about with Naomi. That's where she's headed now, apparently. Working with Bianca and Jade again, maybe? Big Three, Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. There's a pattern here, folks. He's grouping these women into three. What the hell is happening? I don't know. I think it's a clear creative, I don't think it's a coincidence at this point. It's not coincident. It is a clear creative direction. He is grouping these women into three to do something. I don't know. Maybe we'll get, I don't know, Tegan Knox with Tulsi Green and Piper Niven. Maybe you do something with Cancer Ray and Indy Hartwell. I don't know. But that's what's happening, folks. They're grouping the women into three. To do what? I don't know. But it's a clear creative direction. It's too obvious now. It's not coincidence. That's true, Richard. It gets them on TV. I believe, like we saw yesterday on SmackDown, SmackDown had got a lot of women on there. There was a lot of women on TV. He's using the factions to make them more, to give them something to do, put them on TV as well. So now when you see Shayna Baszler, you're going to see Zoe and Sonya all the time. When you show Blair Davenport, you're going to see the witches. When you show Damage Control, you see the other two. By pairing them into factions, you force yourself to put them on TV because if you show one, you got to show the other two. So that's smart. You saw a lot of women last night. You saw Bianca and you saw the Big Three. You saw Chelsea Green. You saw Piper Niven. You saw Blair. You saw Naomi. A lot of women was on TV yesterday. We saw, what's her face? Alicia Lopez. Yes, but they need storylines, correct. They need storylines. It's one thing to group them into three, but now they got to actually interact. He's doing that on Raw, right? Damage Control attacked the Unholy Union. The Party Birds attacked Damage Control. Sonya Deville's crew attacked Damage Control, you know. So that they're attacking each other, but what's the story here? Where is it going? Is it just about conquering the division? Okay, but what's happening here, you know? I think we are getting a Bianca, Blair, Jade, Naomi against the Blair Witch Project. I think that is happening. So yeah, it's something to keep your eye on. That's what the creative direction is. I hope it's good, but it's clear cut what's happening with these trios. So I just thought it was interesting to call it out because that's what he's doing. Now we got the next we had the Nia Jax match. So I kind of had the picture up already, but we had the match between Nia Jax and Michin. And it ends not so good for freaking Bayley, right? Doesn't end too well for her. Yeah, it was a good match, I thought. Good match between Nia and Michin. Michin lost her freaking eyelash. When Nia Jax freaking rubbed her ass in her face, an eyelash came off, which is kind of funny. Nia Jax is hilarious. Motioning to her butt, bending over and pointing to her butt. She's awesome. She's so funny. She's good. She gets the heat. When you're wrestling against Nia Jax, you're gonna get cheered because they want to see Nia Jax lose. Any babyface gets cheered against Nia Jax is great for the division. Is great for the babyfaces. She's awesome. She's funny. Good match as well. She did that Hurricanrana. Michin did on Nia Jax. She is killing it. She is an asset that you cannot replace right now. I'm sorry, Nia Jax is killing it. Just is. Michin got a really good reaction during the match. Now, it could be because of Nia Jax, or it could be because she's on TV a lot. I think it's a combination of two. Michin has been doing good work on NXT and being featured a lot, so now she's getting chants. There was a Michin chant on Smackdown. This is what you do. Put him on TV, give him work, put him against an actual heel that people don't like, and you start getting a reaction. So good for Michin. Thought it was awesome. Michin loses. Then Tiffany tried to interfere a couple of times. But Bayley foiled her efforts. But ultimately, Nia Jax did win. And then Bayley tried to attack Nia Jax, which was kind of dumb. Tiffany helped Nia Jax. And it was kind of over from that point, right? Then, before this moment, Nia Jax is looking at her handiwork. She's like, all right, Tiffany, let's go. Come on, Barbie doll, let's go. Let's get out of here, right? And Tiffany's like, all right, cool, yeah. Pat on the back, let's go. And Nia Jax leaves the ring. Tiffany's like, she's like, with the briefcase. Walks over to the ref. I'm gonna cash in, like, baby girl, what are you doing? Do you just think that Nia Jax says, like, what are you doing? Do you think Nia Jax is gonna keep walking? She's like, all right, Nia, let's go. Did you think Nia just gonna keep walking to the back? Nia turns around and says, like, what are you doing, lady? Like, what's happening here? Tiffany's got to be careful with this Money in the Bank briefcase. She's not thinking straight. I don't know what she thought was going to happen. She thought she was going to cash in, Nia Jax going to do nothing. She thought Nia Jax was going to walk to the back and not pay attention to what's going on. Tiffany's got to be careful. Her ambition is leading her to do stupid stuff. Because if she would have cashed in, Nia Jax would have stopped it. And that would have been that. So she's got to be careful. Not really being cunning or clever with how she wants to go about this. That would have been a very sad situation for her had she tried to cash in. She's lucky Nia Jax stopped her. Because if Nia Jax would have waited until she put the damn briefcase in, she would have been screwed. So maybe Tiffany might... If it wasn't for the fact that Drew already screwed up his Money in the Bank briefcase chance, I would think that Tiffany's going to fail it. If it wasn't for Drew. But because Drew failed, I have a hard time believing Tiffany's gonna fail too, if that makes sense. Not a double fail. The men fail and the women fail. I find that hard to believe. But if it wasn't for that, I think Tiffany's gonna fail it. But because they already did one with Drew, I don't think they're gonna burn both of them. So I think Tiffany will cash in successfully, I think. But yeah, that wasn't that didn't give me any confidence, the way she behaved there. She may hold it for a while. I mean, it's not even pink yet. I would hope that we're going to get a pink briefcase, right? You would hope that's going to happen. So until the briefcase is pink, I wouldn't worry about it. She won't cash in until this thing is pink. It'd be really dumb for them not to get a pink briefcase. So until that happens, she's safe. Or the briefcase is safe from a cash in, at least. In a new video, Tiffany said she was asking the ref for the cash-in rules. That what she said? Or are you joking? Like that really happened? Did that really happen, or are you joking? Maya, did that actually happen? Oh, by the way, so let's talk about the crowd. Because the crowd's like, now it's just like, all right, let's go. The crowd will always pop for the cash-in, right? So Tiffany's the heel, right? Bayley's the over babyface, but in the moment they're like, cash in, cash in, cash in. No matter what. That's an observation of the crowd. No matter what's happening, no matter the feud, no matter the hate or the love, it could have been Nia Jax, right? Nia Jax could have been the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. The crowd will always pop for the cash in. The crowd will always want to see the cash in no matter what. So they're chanting cash in, cash in, cash in. It doesn't mean that they hate Bayley. They don't hate Bayley. They don't hate her or love her more. They don't love Tiffany more than Bayley. But no matter what, they want to see the cash in, which is funny, right? No matter what the situation is, no matter how much they hate the heel, they will pop for the cash in. They will chant for the cash in. So Bailey was getting the whole cash in on Bailey. Poor Bailey. But it's happening for everybody. It's not about Bailey. Everybody gets the cash in chant no matter what. No matter who's the babyface, no matter who's the heel, they will chant for the cash in, and they will pop for the cash in no matter what. But I thought it was funny that Tiffany was like, I'm gonna cash in right now when Nia Jax is right there. Be smart, Tiffany. Be smart. Oh, really happened? She was trying to. She's lying. Obviously, she's trying to cash in. She was lying. She knows the rules. But that's hilarious. I was asking for the cash in rules, right? Or Tiffany. So then we got a Bloodline vignette, which is fine. Cool, solid Bloodline vignette. Then we got a tease for what's to come here with the Melo Andrade match. So Melo Andrade is going to have a feud. Awesome. These two cooked in the Money in the Bank match. This is going to be very good wrestling. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. Good shit here. So I hope we get like a series of matches. To get like at least three matches. Something for them to do. Something to buy the time on SmackDown. I want to see a trio of matches here. I want to see three matches at minimum. Give them something to do. Let this be a legitimate feud. A legit feud on SmackDown. These two can cook. It's going to be great wrestling. I don't see why not. But that's something to look forward to. Then we had the match between Legado and Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. Good wrestling, good match. I thought the crowd popped for Apollo and Baron Corbin. Good for them. Legado got the win. Fine with it. I'm just happy they're on TV. They had a good match, exciting match. The crowd liked. Nothing really to talk about here, but I'm happy that they actually got, some actual time here in the ring. So I appreciate that from Triple H. Let them cook. Then we got the another segment with Chelsea Green. So this is what Bailey was talking about in her video, right? She's talking about how the ladies need to get time on TV, even if it's not a match, right? Even if it's not a match, it's good to have them on TV to show their character work. So we got another segment with Chelsea Green. So Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, mostly Chelsea Green, but it's a through line, right? There's a through line throughout the show where Chelsea Green, doing her comedy bits, she's backstage hoping to talk to Nick Aldis. She's not actually there, but she doesn't know that. And throughout the entire show, we're getting her character work, we're letting her talk, and she's being a star and she's being entertaining. That's fine. You don't always have to be in the ring, but you need to have backstage segments with the women being featured to show off their characters. Even if they're not in the ring, you can get over and get popular by your character work backstage. So I like that they gave Chelsea Green that time throughout the show, that one through line throughout the entire show of her waiting for Nick Aldis, which is smart. She's entertaining. She gets more over. That's awesome. Do more of that. So Pretty Deadly, another group that's getting featured there. They come in, they talk to Pretty Deadly, say, get behind us. We're waiting for Nick. We were here first. Okay, so get behind us, right? Then LA Knight comes out. She says, oh, is Nick in there? So I don't know what the hell LA Knight was doing in there. I guess he's just using his office that was free. No, yeah, he'll be out in a second. And he walks off, right? So good segment, fun, utilizing the talent, good character work. Do more of that, right? So that's awesome. Then we got this tease of what's to come here. The Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes feud. Kevin Owens is not there because he has family issues, like real life family issues, so he's not there, which is, I hope his mother is doing fine. I think his mother was having an issue, right? His mother? Hopefully KO's mom is fine and everything's well. So KO's not there. Randy Orton tells Cody Rhodes that he has his back. I have your back if you go out there. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes for a second. Let's talk Cody Rhodes. I am sick and tired of dumbass Cody Rhodes. I'm sick and tired of him. I get it. He's a white meat babyface, and you go out there and you stand up tall to the heels, no matter what the odds are. He's walking out there knowing damn well his plan is to go out there and confront the bloodline. All four of them. Yeah, take me, not him. All four of them, right? I'm gonna go out there and take on all four of them and confront them. I know damn well I'm gonna get jumped, but that's all right. We'll talk about that later on. But in this segment, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's stay on here. He says that the Bloodline's gonna attack you. I got your back, you know. Then he says that then Randy Orton says, by the way, once you're done with the Bloodline, foreshadowing, folks. Once you're done with the Bloodline, there are gonna be a lot of people coming after you for that title. Duh, what's wrong with that? That's what they're supposed to do. He says, I got your back as well. What do you mean? What do you mean you got his back? We're gonna be in his corner against the locker room. They're supposed to be going after the damn title. What do you mean you got his back? You're gonna help him win? You're gonna help him defeat the challenger? What he's talking about? This is all just foreshadowing what Randy Orton is gonna do. Randy Orton is a man in the locker room, and Randy Orton wants that damn title. We're gonna get Cody against Randy very soon, sooner than you think. Honestly, here's the thing. They're teasing this feud back-to-back weeks. They keep teasing it. This is not the first time they teased it. Eventually, this is how I see it going. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you think this makes sense. This is where this is headed. Cody Rhodes will face Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes will win. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and Jimmy will ultimately get involved. Maybe even Talalonga, however you want to call that one dude, the tall guy coming in, right? I think they trademark a Talalonga name, something like that. Whatever. You're gonna get the original Bloodline members, Jay, Jimmy, and Roman Reigns back involved eventually. Cody Rhodes will get pushed to the side. It's gonna be family business. It's gonna be Roman against Solo Sikoa. Cody Rhodes will be out of it completely. I believe in due time, sometime after SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes has been feuding with the Bloodline for a long time now. For a while. Similar to how Bianca has been feuding with the Damage Control, Cody Rhodes has been feuding with the Bloodline for a while. I believe they're going to transition him out of that. I believe very soon, sometime after SummerSlam, I want to say maybe a couple weeks after SummerSlam, he'll be done with the Bloodline altogether. He'll have to have some type of interaction with Roman Reigns. They have to like wrap up that storyline somehow. Like that interaction will have to happen. Maybe an in-ring promo between Roman and Cody will have to happen. They'll have to have some type of understanding or some type of talk, right? Once that's done, Cody's gonna be out of the picture. It's gonna be family business, Bloodline business. Roman Reigns was like, I got this, Cody. It's gonna be me against my family. Get out of this. This is Bloodline business. Then we get Cody against Randy Orton. I believe all they're doing right now, all this setup here, is about Cody against Randy. When Roman Reigns is dealing with Solo, Cody Rhodes will be feuding with Randy Orton. The Bloodline storyline will be non-title. Roman, The Rock's maybe intertwined there. But the Bloodline storyline will be non-title stuff, and Randy will be facing Cody Rhodes. How early would that happen? How soon? I don't know, but that's what's happening, folks. They are layering the groundwork for it right now. And honestly, based on what happened last night, that might play a factor. Randy Orton getting freaking his ass kicked because of dumbass Cody Rhodes might actually play a damn factor into why Cody is going to be being hassled by Randy very soon here. Like, it's your fault. You're dumbass going out to the ring. I'm trying to back you up, and you're gonna go down there knowing damn well I'm gonna come help you, and I get jumped. Okay, he already wants the belt. Randy Orton already wants the belt. That's what they're teasing, right? He wants the belt, but after what happened last night, probably hates Cody a little bit. Like, why the hell are you going out there? I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Why are you going out there against 4 people? That's stupid. And now I got jumped because you're dumbass. I came to help you and I got jumped. You know, Cody Rhodes is being a dumbass, and Randy is gonna be on his ass eventually. But all this talk, all this shit right here, is all leading towards Randy against Cody. Okay, so that's happening immediately. I believe when Cody Rhodes leaves this Bloodline storyline, which will happen, he will leave the Bloodline storyline. Cody against Randy. That's happening, folks. Maybe even that bad blood for all I know, but that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, Cody's been a dumbass. I don't know why. Cody versus Andrade? No, it'd be Cody against I think Cody against Randy is the next thing after the Bloodline shit for Cody. That's next direction. All right, so then we got let's see what happened after that. After that tease, got LA Knight. So LA Knight goes down there to the ring. Makes a good point. Like, hey, I pinned Logan Paul last time we fought, and that gave me an opportunity to go for the title, which is smart. So no matter what happened at Money in the Bank, this man had a fallback plan. So even if I don't win Money in the Bank, I can always challenge Logan Paul because I pinned him in the match. Smart. So we're getting good old LA Knight against Logan Paul at SummerSlam. He signed it. Good segment. Crowd loved it. Logan Paul is going to lose that belt to LA Knight at SummerSlam, I believe. And it will all be gravy and awesome. And it will all be happy, I think. Because the IWC is desperate for him to win a title. They just want him to win a title at all costs, right? So LA Knight will get his title. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. He'll be a champion. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how his reign goes when he beats Logan Paul at SummerSlam. Can you imagine the freaking IWC freaking out if he lost? Imagine if LA Knight lost at Logan Paul at SummerSlam. Oh my God. Give LA Knight a chance. You're burying him. Why can't he be champion? Oh my God. He's over. He's all over. Let him be champion. The part of me wants that to happen. You know what? Maybe that should happen. Just to see the freak out of the IWC. Yeah, it was a great promo. It was a great promo. A part of me wants him to lose that damn match at SummerSlam so the IWC can freak out like they always do. Anyway, let's transition back to the women. Like I said, the women were freaking highlighted a lot in the show. A lot of women on this damn show. 2 matches, not 1, but 2. You see that, Tony Khan? 2 matches on a 2-hour show. It's possible, Tony. It is possible. Naomi against Blair Davenport. Now, was this the best match in the world? No, it was not very good. It was okay at best. I thought Blair was going to win. Silly me. Silly me. I thought Blair was going to take that win here. They gave her the whole like vignette right before the match. Like, okay, this is where Blair gets her win. No, she lost again. So that's 2 losses in a row for Blair. She lost her first match and her second match. I was hoping that what was going to happen after the match happened, which it did. But before I get to that, she did the "Let's Go" pump, and the crowd actually responded. So maybe that's how it is, folks. Try and try again. You gotta force it down the throats, right? Force it down the fans' throats. She kept doing it to no reaction, but now she did it last night. She did the "Let's Go" pump, and the crowd did it back to her. So you gotta keep at it. Can't give up, right? Just like the LWO chants. You keep doing LWO, eventually the crowd will have no choice but to get on board. So that's what she's been doing. She's been pumping her fist every damn day. And now the crowd is actually doing it. Well, at least last night they did it. We'll see if it continues. Hopefully it does. One thing I want to mention about this match. During this match, what's his face? Not Corey Graves, but the other commentator. Why am I blanking on his name? From the UK. Why am I blanking on Wade Barrett? Jesus Christ. Wade Barrett said that Blair. Yeah, thank you. I got it now. I got it. But Wade Barrett said that Io Sky trained Blair Davenport, which is why Blair Davenport is so good. One thing I'm noticing about Io Sky's presentation these days, they've really been highlighting how great she is. Like before, when she first came into the scene on the main roster, they're talking about how she's a talented superstar that hasn't shown her how good she is, right? She needs to show how good she is. She's a special talent that's not really showcase herself. She's like under the radar. She's like underrated kind of thing. Now they've really been focusing on like establishing her as how good she is, right? So they're really going out their way to say, no, she's like Io Sky. She's like a great talent. She's a great wrestler. She's a prestige. And Blair Davenport is good because she learned under Io Sky. Like her presentation these days, Io Sky, is of like, no, she's the best in the world, one of the best in the world, truly, which is different from how she was being presented before, I feel like. Now that she's been champion, she's getting the whole, oh, Io Sky is amazing, she's one of the best in the world, and she taught Blair Davenport, therefore Blair Davenport is good, no? So I just noticed that recently about Io Sky's, at least when it comes to commentary, to talking about her as like a real actual, like, one of the GOATs of the women's division these days. So I appreciate that for Io Sky. Something I want to call out there because kind of different from what they used to do with Io Sky. This match was not great. Naomi is a step slow these days, like you guys have mentioned in the chat. Not going too well for Naomi. I'm sorry. I like Naomi, but I have to say it. She's not really not moving at a fast pace. She used to be faster. And this match which was not great, unfortunately. I'm not blaming anybody in particular, but it was not great. Yeah, I like how they're respecting her these days. They're really presenting her as like as one of the best in the world. Like truly, Io Sky's like worldwide one of the best. I like that. Backstage segment with the big three came up next. Okay, let's let me get us a little shot here. Bianca, Jade, Naomi. It is what it is, folks. I'm not that enthralled. I'm not that excited. I'm not that interested in what's happening here with this storytelling. Bianca's getting nothing, and it hurts my heart, okay? Every week, it's the same shit backstage. Going for those tag team titles. It's Bianca and Jade walking backstage. We look good. We look hot. We look beautiful, of course. We're walking. We're strutting our stuff, and we're talking about the tag titles. But there's no goddamn storytelling. There's no intrigue. There's no character work. There's no character dynamic. No interesting dynamics within the relationship of Bianca and Jade. It's the same shit every week. We look good. We're coordinating with our look. We're walking down the hall, and we look good. And yeah, we're going for the tag titles. That's it. Nothing compelling. I just don't understand why. Well, I know why it's happening. But Bianca was a first overall pick on SmackDown. You are investing in her. You presented her as one of the best in the division and one of the best in the world by drafting her where you drafted her. So why is she? Well, I know why. It's because Jay Cargo. That's the truth of the matter, folks. Sorry to tell you. But they decided to pair her with Jade and keep her out of the singles division. Therefore, we're getting this nothing burger every damn week. I would have preferred, in perfect world, to get Bianca Belair in singles feuds. I'd take a singles feud with freaking Piper Niven, for crying out loud. Similar to what they did 3 years ago. We had those series of matches between Piper Niven and Bianca, which is great. I would take that. Bianca Piper. I take Bianca Tiffany one-on-one. You can have Bianca and Tiffany in a feud with Tiffany being the Money in the Bank winner. You can do that. She has Money in the Bank, but she's still feuding with Bianca. You can do that, sure. I would take anything in terms of a single feud that puts Bianca on TV with the actual character direction right now. Right now, it's just a lot of tag team talk with no actual meat on the bone. And it's not going to change anytime soon, unfortunately. Looks like they're doing another big three run here with Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. That's why Naomi is no longer working with Bayley, because they're going back to the big three. Well, it's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever. Bianca says backstage that so Bianca alerts the folks that who are waiting for Nick Aldis that he isn't there. And Chelsea Green here overhears it, like, oh damn, I thought he was here. She walks in there, she gets upset. Bianca and Jake walk off. Naomi shakes Blair's hand. Blair comes up and says, the better woman won. They shake hands. Blair walks off. Naomi fall for it. And then Blair comes up behind her and knocks her in the back of her head. So that feud continues. Will it lead to the Blair Witch Project against the Big Three? Probably. Will that be interesting or compelling? We'll have to see. But again, this is leading to the whole trios thing for the women. It's going to be Bianca, Jade, and Naomi against Alba, Isla, and Blair. We'll see if it's any good. I just hope that we get some type of interesting character work between Bianca and Jade. Maybe some type of friction, maybe something, I don't know. I just don't buy it. I think they're putting Bianca over there to kind of have her in some type of storyline, some type of matches, be a tag team and trio shit, while the meat and the bones of the storylines go to Tiffany and Nia Jax right now, and then Bayley with Nia Jax, I guess. The women did get the first 30 minutes. I didn't mention that. The first 30 minutes of the entire show was all women. It was the first segment, which was basically the Nia Jax, Bayley, Tiffany, Michin storyline. That dynamic was the first 30 minutes of the entire show, which is good to see. But I just hope that yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm not expecting anything out of this storyline I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, that's this. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Then we have Grayson Waller with Theory. In a match against DIY for the tag titles. Grayson Waller keeps hitting Theory. He keeps hitting him in the match. Somehow, some way, the match ends with Grayson Waller hitting Theory with a knee or something like that. Can't help himself. Starting to think it's intentional. DIY retain, of course, so they're still champions. Before we could even think about a Theory freaking heel babyface turn, Jacob Fatu comes out there at Wreck House. And Jacob Fatu is the best element of the bloodline right now. I think Solo is doing well, but the most compelling, the most awesome part of the bloodline right now is Jacob. He finally showcased his athleticism, the shit that he's been doing in MLW and Major League Wrestling. He showcased in this segment. The moonsault, beautiful moonsault, similar to Tiffany Stratton's, jumping up on top of the ropes to hit a moonsault. That springboard moonsault he did on the corner there. Super athleticism, super strong. The ultimate, like, in game. Like, I want to see Cody against Jacob Fatu. I don't want to see him face Solo. I want to see him face Jacob. He's the most interesting. He's the ace of the group. By that I mean he's the best wrestler in the group. So I want to see him face Cody. I want to see him face Kevin Owens. I want to see him face the top brass. You know, that's not happening anytime soon. I don't think though. He's being treated like a beast. He's eating DDTs. He's no selling it. He is a force to be reckoned with, and they're protecting him like crazy. Who beats him? Here's a question. Who's the first person? This is what I asked the chat. Who will be the first person to beat Jacob Fatu? I have no idea. Who's going to pin him? Cody? Babyface Cody? Who is the first person to pin Jacob Fatu? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Roman Reigns? Okay, that's fair. Why didn't I think about that? Duh. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Why didn't I think about that? Maybe because he's out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, Roman will pin Jacob. That's what's going to happen. Because Roman is resilient. In kayfabe, he's resilient. He kicks out of almost everything, right? Roman will pin Jacob at some point. That'll happen. That makes sense. It'll be freaking Roman Reigns. Smart call. Good call. I don't know why I didn't think about that. It'll be Roman Reigns. But yeah, he's killing it. Awesome talent. Super talent. Amazing. Solo comes down there after he wipes out the damn tag champions. Or Johnny Gargano and Ciampa had no chance, right? Wipes him out. Comes down there and says, you guys are all going to acknowledge me, and so is Cody Rhodes. And then Cody's dumbass. Boy, howdy, man. Cody comes down there. Because he's a babyface. He has to be stupid. Because he's babyface, he's got to be a dumbass. I don't understand. He goes down there and he talks shit right in front of Solo's face. He said, I'm going to come after you, or whatever the hell he said. I don't acknowledge you, and I'm going to like beat you at SummerSlam. And of course he gets cornered and he gets circled. He gets jumped, of course. I'm like, what do you think was going to happen? Like, what are you doing? Like, you set up Randy Orton. He knew that Randy was going to come out there. He didn't care. Now, you know what? I'm going to fight these four. Randy says he's going to come out. He's going to come out here. And of course he does. Oh, well, come out, Randy. Did Randy get his ass kicked? Randy Orton get his ass kicked because of him. And he's like, no, take me, attack me. Like, Cody, shut the hell up. You're a dumbass. What are you doing? Attack me. No. Like, your dumbass went out there. Why must babyfaces be stupid? That was a cringe. Take me. No, take me. What did you think was going to happen, my guy? Wake up. What did you think was going to happen? I don't understand. Don't understand it. Cody Rhodes, stop being a dumbass, for the love of God. And be smart for once, you know? Again, what did you think was going to happen? What, Cody? Did you think we're gonna win? Did you think we're gonna jump all 4 of them and take out Jacob Fatu? Because right now, honestly, I'm not sure you can take out Jacob. I'm not sure that you can take out Jacob by yourself, let alone all 4 of them. It's that babyface booking that I kind of don't like. Whatever. Randy gets jumped because of him. He's put to the damn table because of Cody Rhodes' dumbass. It is what it is. Yeah, it's dumb, but what are you gonna do? That's how SmackDown ends, folks. It ends with the Bloodline standing tall, and Cody Rhodes looking like a dumbass, screaming, "No, take me, take me!" Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And that was SmackDown. Before I move on to the next segment, like, what do you want to talk about with SmackDown? Did I miss anything? What did I miss? Did I miss anything about SmackDown? Was there something that you wanted to ask about SmackDown that I didn't talk about? Again, I don't know what's happening with the trios. The women being set up in 3s. I don't know what's happening with that. I think it's just a way to get the women on TV and tell stories, but now it's time to tell stories. Putting them into groups of 3. Now tell stories with the factions that interchange, that intermingle. I don't know. Tell stories now. That's all I ask. But what happened on SmackDown that I missed? I think that's it. Overall, a solid episode. Women were freaking featured. I thought Jimmy was going to show up too. So here's the thing. I thought, because I noticed a trend that they're going to, like, I thought they're going to keep debuting and having big shows after the PLE. You got Rhea on Raw after Money in the Bank. You got Jacob Fatu on SmackDown after Clash of the Castle. And we got the White Six on Raw after Clash of the Castle. So I thought, okay, there's a trend here, folks. There's a trend. We're going to get a return tonight. Did not happen. I think Jimmy can. I saw somebody. I think it was Roman Reigns' SZN season. He said that no, Jimmy Uso should not return on a random episode of SmackDown. Like, first of all, that's a bad idea. It's a bad thought process. That's a problem, folks, with the IWC. SmackDowns, Raws, NXT. They have to be unpredictable. You have to not know what's going to come. If you want folks to tune into your product, they have to believe that anything can happen. They have to believe that anything can happen. You have to believe that SmackDown can have a big return. Therefore, you're invested. Therefore, you tune in. If you say, oh, that's not going to happen on this show because it's just a SmackDown. Well, then why am I watching it? Big things should happen on all these shows, no matter what. So I would have been happy with a Jimmy Uso return on SmackDown. I would have loved it. And I think it was possible. It didn't happen for whatever reason. Oh, well. Yes, the women need stories for sure. Does Liv beat... Yes, she does. I do believe Liv beats Rhea at SummerSlam by hook or crook. Either cheating, either a Dominic Mysterio's angle, either a Finn Balor angle, or maybe even, this would be kind of awesome, a Raquel Rodriguez return. Remember, Raquel Rodriguez has been out. We don't know what's going on with her. Hopefully she's okay. But wouldn't that be a great surprise? Raquel, who hates Rhea Ripley, loves Liv Morgan. Remember, Liv Morgan and Raquel are like this. She ain't got no beef with Liv Morgan. She's friends with Liv Morgan. And she hates Rhea Ripley. What if Raquel returns and turns heel, for whatever that's worth, because she's helping her friend, right? But she's going to return and maybe help Liv Morgan. That'll be an obstacle for Rhea Ripley to deal with. A heel Raquel would be a big problem for Rhea Ripley. We saw what happened in NXT with the heel Raquel when she beat her in that last standing match. But that'd be a good surprise to have Raquel show up to help Liv Morgan. Everybody thinks it's going to be Dominic Mysterio. Some people think it's going to be Finn Balor. What if Raquel Rodriguez comes to help her former tag team champion? That could be cool for Raquel. Put her in the spotlight immediately. A big spot for Raquel. Hell, what if Raquel joins the Bloodline? That'd be crazy. Yeah, Liv Morgan and Raquel in the Bloodline with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley out of it. I'm kind of hoping for that. I'm hoping for it because I'm kind of hoping that Raquel is okay. Haven't heard from her, haven't seen anything from her. I'm hoping she's fine. So I'll just love for her to show up on TV to say, oh, wow, she's back. Now, I don't really care so much about the storyline, but I would just love for her to be on TV. So it'd be awesome if she returned to help Liv Morgan, because like, okay, Raquel's fine, she's back, she's healthy, she's feeling good. That skin condition has resided. I just love that for Raquel. Heel Raquel would be awesome. It should be like a tweener or a heel, yeah. So yeah, I would think that no matter what, Liv Morgan is retaining for sure. She's retaining at SummerSlam, 100%. 100%. Hell, she could go all the way to Mania. Like, for what it's worth, she can go all the way to Mania. That's possible. All the way to Mania, folks, is possible. Very possible. What do you guys think about that? Raquel heel. Like that idea? What is going on with this? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Look at this. Why does it look so skinny? Why does Nia Jax face look so skinny? Like, look like it got compressed. The heads got compressed. What's up with that? When do her and Dom get together? Will Liv Morgan and Dom? Maybe never. We're assuming that Liv Morgan is going to completely corrupt Dom. We're assuming that. It's not 100% set in stone that Dom will go to Liv Morgan. They may have him in between, or in like, they may have him kind of without. Like maybe Liv Morgan says, "I don't really want you. I used you." Maybe Rhea Ripley is saying mad because like, how could you let her do that to you? How could you let her manipulate you? How could you get so close with her? So maybe both of them hate each other, hate him. Well, not hates. Maybe Liv Morgan discards them because I used you. I got what I needed out of you. I wanted you to help me make her jealous. That worked. Now get away from me. And Rhea Ripley could be like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Like you're done to me. So you can have both sides being done with Dom. That could happen. So there's still up and open. Like it's not so set in stone that Dom will go to Liv Morgan per se. Finn Balor, that's the guy I have to worry about. Finn Balor is for sure going to Liv Morgan. That for sure is going to happen. Dom, I'm not so sure. Finn, yes, 100% Finn. 100% Finn. But Dom might not go to Liv Morgan all the way, you know? That's still up in the open. Still up for interpretation with that. Oh, here's that segment. Okay, let me see this. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. Come through my headphones. Okay, let's do that.
What's that out there?
It was nothing. You know what? I just got this, and I was just asking the rep what the rules were. I'm so excited to have it. I just really wanted to know what the rules were. It's nothing.
All right. What's that out there?
It was nothing.
Nia Jax, she can't be that dumb. Nia Jax, she's just going along with it. She can't be that dumb to believe that shit. That's the worst excuse I've ever heard. You don't know the rules? Of Money in the Bank? You don't know the rules? Come on. Nia Jax, don't be a dumbass. No, don't be Cody Rhodes. Don't be Cody. You're smarter than that. Thanks for sending me that, by the way, Maya. Don't be Cody Rhodes. You're smart. When you think, oh, SummerSlam. SummerSlam will be the reveal that Finn is working with Liv Morgan. And when Damien loses the belt, I think that's when Finn will show himself. I think Finn will abandon Damien once that happens because Damien will not have a championship and Finn will still have his belt. So I think that's shortly after SummerSlam, Finn will kick Damien Priest to the curve and Rhea Ripley. And it'll be Liv and Finn together, working together. That's where I'm at with that. All right. Yeah, I saw it, Maya. Thank you. If that is it, let's transition to. Let me make sure. Is that it? Any more questions? We have like 5 more minutes, but for potential question about SmackDown before we transition to Marigold. How many more matches do we? Maybe no more. That's going to transition right into Marigold talk. So let's go ahead and jump to Marigold. So we talk about Julia. Just jump right into Marigold. So, Marigold. All right. So here's the thing. This show was a good one. I enjoyed it. I did. I didn't watch it until like I want to say like 10 o'clock a.m. I know it could be that long. It was like 4 hours. I kind of skipped through some like the performances. Like the Asher girls had a performance. I skipped through that one, so it was an easy watch. Wasn't too bad, but it was a very good show, I thought. I'll run through these matches real quick. Tell you my thoughts, and we'll wrap it up. So we started off with So first of all, who watched it in a stream? Did you watch it? If you're listening to the stream right now, did you watch it? I'm curious. Did you watch this show whatsoever? Yes, I paid for the damn show. I paid on Wrestle Universe website. I paid for it. I did it the right way. I watched it properly and all that stuff. I did. Have you seen the show at all? In any way, shape, or form, have you watched this show? Fell asleep? You watched when you woke up? Okay. Nope. Gotcha. It was interesting, very interesting. I learned a lot about some stuff about Joshi wrestling and how it's produced. And first of all, when it comes to Rossi Ogawa, who is the head of Marigold, Rossi Ogawa, it's clear to me that he favors the veterans. If you are older, if you are a veteran, if you are a senior, you will win the match more likely than not, right? If you are, I feel like everybody who's older in the match won. If you're a younger talent facing off someone who's seasoned, you're gonna lose. I was highlights on Twitter. All right, cool. So that's kind of what happened in this entire show. Like every time there was somebody in the 30s facing off against somebody in the 20s, the 30-year-old won. Something to keep your eye on when it comes to Rossi Ogawa. The younger talent has to earn their dues, and they will usually lose. Let's talk about the first match. This happened on YouTube, 0 hour, if you want to call it, the pre-show. Komoto against Rhea Soto. Minami lost. Actually, they didn't lose. Was this a draw? No, she did lose. Rhea Soto won. This was a nothing match for the most part. It was two youngsters going at it for the first time. The youngster won, and that was that. Nothing to really talk about there. They both got a long way to go. Young talent, promising futures, but it was just a beginner's match. Happened on pre-show. It was all right. Not bad. Next match we had was, so I should have got the updated picture. The updated image has the X person in here. So the X ended up being Kizuna Tanaka, who's a young talent, 19 years old. Her father's a legend. Her parents knew Rossi Ogawa, so young talent. So we had two young women who were about 19 together facing off against the established tag team of Kyoki Amare and Chika Goto. I thought Koki Amare and Chika Goto was going to win because they always win when they're a tag team because Koki Amare never loses. Koki is going to be the face of the company eventually, and they never book her to lose. So I thought, okay, of course, you have youngsters against an established tag team. Koki Amare never loses. So Victoria Yuzuki is going to lose. But it was actually a draw. It ended in a draw, which is actually kind of makes sense, okay? He loves X here, which is Kizuna Tanaka. He loves her. Her father was there, the legend. So maybe decided, you know what? Let's not have them lose her first match. But at the same time, he wants to protect Koki Amare. So, all right, well, we don't want either of them to lose, so we'll have it be a draw. So this was a solid match. Not the best. Victoria Yuzuki, she is stiff as fuck. She's so stiff. She hit a drop kick on Chika Goto. Her mouth was bleeding. Like, she hit a square in the freaking face, right in the mouth. She was on the bottom rope. She ran, drop kick right in the mouth. Brutal, stiff as hell. She started bleeding immediately. It's rough, man. It's stiff. whatever you want to say about Joshi wrestling is stiff. Interesting how that works, right? In the Joshi scene, stiff is cool, bleeding is fine. It doesn't matter, right? It's awesome. It's applauded when you work stiff, right? But in the Western wrestling, on our side of the town, or our side of the track, it's seen as not safe and not good to be wrestling that stiff. It's interesting. It's cultural thing for sure. It is usually stiff, but it's just interesting how it changes, right? In Joshi world, working stiff is fine, bleeding is fine, punching somebody dead in the face for real is fine. But in over here, then you're not safe and it's rough and you gotta calm it down. I think it's interesting. The Actress Girls did a performance at this point. Now the Actress Girls were the name of the promotion that they took those 6 women from. I talked about it in the last stream where 6 women came over from Actress Girls that were not under contract. And the big controversy, like, oh, how could you take these women and left them out high and left Actress Girls out high and dry? But I guess it worked out because now they had them perform on the show. So I guess that was the compromise. We'll take these women, but we'll work it out so you guys will perform on the show. We will still respect you guys, no hard feelings. So I guess that was the ultimate, like, that was the agreement. So that's how they worked it out. Sorry we took your ladies who are free agents, but we'll have your girls perform on the show. So it was a nice performance. Kind of skipped through it, honestly. Kind of skipped through it because it's kind of a long show. So let me skip through this. But they had a little nice little number, nice little dance number for Actress Girls on their show. That was cool. But yeah, so that's how they resolved that issue. Next match was Chiaki and Nagase versus Amala and Zeta Steel. This match was not good. Full stop. This match was not good. It was kind of a mess. You have freelancers. All these women are freelancers except for one. Chiaki was not a freelancer. He's on the roster, but the other 3 are freelancers. This match was not good. Wasn't good. Sorry. It was kind of a mess. Nigasa should not be using her. She was freaking using the chair the entire match. Like, kept throwing the chair. She should stop. Whatever she's doing with the chair never looks good. It looks bad when she uses the chair. She doesn't really actually swing it. Kind of just throws it. It looks bad every time. Stop using the chair. It's bad. This was rough to watch. Sorry, it was not good. This was not a good match. It was bad. Ultimately, I don't remember who won this match. I want to say Chiaki and Nikase. I think they won this match. Yeah, they won. So the foreigners lost, like always. They couldn't coexist. They got into arguments. They weren't paying attention, and they couldn't work together well. So they lost. This match was not good. Less said about it, the better. I did not like that match at all. Next we had the Grannies. Was this the best match? I don't remember. Let's say this was let's say it was. This was the match for the JoJo. So if we don't remember, we didn't watch my last stream. The dojo's on the line. Marigold are renting out LLPWX's dojo. Passion, yeah, screaming passion the entire time. They're renting out their dojo because they don't have their own dojo yet. They're trying to get it ready for they're trying to get their own dojo, but their dojo is not ready yet. So they've been renting out LLPWX's dojo, and according to them, Marigold is not doing a good job cleaning up. At the end of the day, they're leaving a mess, they're not tidying it up, and it's kind of a mess in the dojo, and they're complaining about it. So they say, okay, since it's such a mess, if we win, we're going to take your dojo. So that's the whole argument. You guys are leaving a mess in the dojo. We don't like it. Clean up after yourselves. You're not tidy at all, and we don't like it. So that's how this whole feud started, because they can't clean up after themselves apparently. Now Marigold, they maintain that they've been cleaning up. Like, what are you guys talking about? It's spick and span in here. We're cleaning up. You guys are being ridiculous. Shut up. So that's the feud. This was a good, entertaining match. It was entertaining. Nori, who you see on the right here, the young one, not the old one, she's promising. She's talented. Former MMA star, fluid strikes. She looked good. I'm very intrigued by her. She is in LLPWX, not in Marigold, but she had a really good performance. This was entertaining, very entertaining. Ultimately, LLPWX won because, of course, you don't want to give up your dojo. So in kayfabe, you have to win. So they did. After the match, the passing merchant, Nanai, wanted to talk about Nori. She said, I want to wrestle you again. And then they thought they were trying to poach her. Stop trying to poach our talent. It's kind of funny. But I do think Nori is good. She's a talented, she's talented. She's athletic. She can move well. So that would be somebody I want to see wrestle in Marigold down the line. But it was a funny bit to say, stop trying to poach our talent. That was funny. Good match though, fun, exciting. But yeah, that was pretty much it. But a good match. This match was amazing. This match really kicked off the pay-per-view really well. This was Natsumi Suzaki against Shozaki against Misa Matsui. Very good match, entertaining as hell. There's this awesome spot where Shozaki is running to the top of the entrance ray. She comes back down, runs full speed, and hits her with the knees. It was amazing. She got in the ring, hit her with some knees again. Then we saw the blood. Like, Misa was bleeding from her mouth really bad. Again, very stiff. Gotta be able to take some lumps. Gotta be able to take some actual hits because a lot of women were bleeding in this match, in the show. A lot of women were bleeding at the end of the show. Misa was bleeding as hell, like hell, in her mouth. Good show from both these two. Misa killed it. I thought she was awesome. I thought Shozaki put up a good performance as well. And ultimately, Natsumi won. So again, we have an older woman and Natsumi against Misa, and the older chick won. Now, Shozaki was the champion in Ashes Girls when she left. So they're kind of rewarding her. She was a champion. She left her championship to go to Marigold. And now she's the champion again here at Marigold. She's a very good wrestler. Misa did her thing. Thought they both killed it. It was an awesome, awesome match. You can find a way to watch this match somehow. Watch it. It was very good. I would recommend watching this one. This is a must-see. It was very good. I enjoyed it. Great match. It was great. Next match. Arai against Miku Ano. This was also a very good match. This was the tournament match for the United title for the white belt, for the pure white belt. This was a tournament match. The winner goes on to face Bozilla. Hard-hitting 20-minute match. Physical. It started off a little slow. This match really good. Start off slow. I think Misa Matsui against Shozaki was a little better than this, but it was a very good match. Physical. Miku Ano hits the Styles Clash, and she got the win. The last three times they faced each other, every time Miku Ano hit the Styles Clash, the time ran out. This time, because of the 30-minute time limit, longer match, she able to hit it, and she beat Mirai. Again, an older woman beating the young talent. Now, this is interesting because Mirai is in Stardom. So Mirai has a relationship with Rossi. Miku Ano did not have a relationship. She came from Actress Girls. Now, Miku Ano was the best wrestler in Actress Girls. She was considered the ace, the best wrestler in the company when she left. And he's rewarding her by having her be the white belt holder now. But I think it's interesting that the Stardom women are losing. The women that he knew lost. I think this is a purposeful thing. I think it's very much intentional. Very much intentional here. He wants to present that he's not favoritism. He doesn't have favoritism toward the Stardom talent because he knows them already. So I feel like all the Stardom talent is losing. Mariah lost. There's no Stardom talent in the last match. The Super Flyweight Championship was not Stardom talent. He's putting over the other women that came from other places than Stardom. And I think it's intentional. He doesn't want to show favoritism. So he's going the other route. He's going the opposite way to the extreme, the other side, to show that he's not being favored. Now he's not showing any favoritism. He's going the extra mile to show that. Good match though. Miku Ano was a very good wrestler. She deserves it. Talented. Yeah, talent or favorite. Well, Miku Ano is talented and so is Mirai. So it wasn't so much like, oh, Miku Ano is more talented, right? But I think they're both talented. They're both good. He's making the decision to just put over Miku Ano and like not show any favoritism towards star and talent. So good match. Good match for both of these women. Now, because of stipulation, she had to turn around and face Bozilla immediately. Now, I thought Bozilla was going to win. Why would you book Bozilla to lose to the person who just had a banger? She had a war against Mariah. Did she turn around and wins anyway? That'd be kind of dumb. Well, I'm the dummy. Because guess what? She beats Bozilla. She beat a clean Bozilla. Insane in the membrane. I could not believe it. I could not believe he booked her to beat Mariah, who is a tough out. Then she turned around and beat Bozilla. Crazy. At that point, I thought, oh, so if you're a freelancer, because Bozilla is a freelancer, I thought, okay, if you're a freelancer, you don't win. Bozilla is strong as hell. She's strong as an ox. She's never been pinned before, never been beaten. So I thought, okay, well, Bozilla's not gonna lose this. He had her go over Bozilla as well. So huge for Miku Ano. She beats Mariah and Bozilla back to back. She's that's crazy. She should be challenging Sari next. Go for the red belt now. That's crazy booking. Crazy. But she did it. I don't know what you do with Bozilla now. They did it in a way that was like a sneaky pin. It was like a roll-up pin. So they can say that, like, oh, she sneaked it. It was a sneaky pin, right? They can do that technically. But still, it was clean. It was clean. No cheating. It was clean. So Bozilla had to go back to the drawing boards, I guess. Again, Bozilla, young talent, 20 years old. If you're young, you're losing. That's the thought process of Rossi. I'm noticing the older talent, the seniority, they get seniority over the, if you're older, you win. That's the thought process of Rossi, I think. So, yeah. So Miku Ano is the first ever white belt winner. So we got Miku Ano being the white belt winner. We have super flyweight title going to Shizaki. And then we had the next match, which was awesome. This is a good match as well, by the way. They're a very good match. Bozilla and Miku Ano was good. It was good. Not as good as the last one, but it was good. Good match. 10 minutes, and she found a way to win. Io Sky gets Utami Oshita. Let's say Oshita. Utami Hayashita is what I wanted to say. Good match. Awesome match. Amazing. Queen of Queen match. Spectacular. Io Sky show why she's one of the best in the world. Again, I didn't need any proof. I didn't need any reminder. But she's amazing in this match. Came out looking like a star. Like a superstar presentation. She looks special. Her presentation, her look, everything looks special. There's levels to this. She is so gifted in the ring. Sometimes it's good to see her on this stage, just to remind you. Io Sky is far more talented than anybody in Marigold right now. You can see why she held in such high regard. She's revered. She is so much more talented than anyone else right now in Marigold. She really is. She's special. She's a special talent. The athleticism is off the charts. This is what I always say when it comes to talent. Some things are just God-given, or you just have it or you don't. She is so damn talented. When talent meets skill and dedication, you get something special. You can train all day long. If you don't have the natural talent, the natural athleticism, you'll never be an Io Sky. And after watching Marigold for so many months now, well, not so many months, watching months worth of content, I had to catch up, right? She's just on another level. There's nobody in Marigold on her level. There just isn't. In terms of talent, she's just so much more talented than anyone else. You see why she's held in such high regard. That's all I want to say. She's just special in the ring. Athleticism, smooth, everything's fast, everything's pacey, everything's sharp. It's all good. It all feels right with the Io Sky. There's so much talent on display. The flips, the kick up, the kip ups, moonsaults, everything's just awesome. The springboard stuff is great. She just showed out. But Tommy, because she's a good wrestler, hung in there. Showed her talent, showed how good she is as a wrestler and how good a worker she is. There's a talent gap, or just pure talent is obvious. You can't deny it. Io's far more talented, but Utami is a good wrestler. She brought her gifts, her technique, her physicality to the table, and it was a good match. Io Sky hit the tombstone pile driver, hit her with the moonsault, and got the win. Very good, very good match. Now, I do have a pet peeve about people saying that, oh, she did something different here. Like, this is what WWE should be showing her doing this. Like, oh, she didn't get to cook like this in WWE. Like, they're trying to say that something different's happening here. Like, oh, she gets to show out more here than she does in WWE. That's a lie, okay? Everything we saw in the match, minus the tombstone, she done in WWE. The flips, the kick ups, all that stuff, she done it. We've seen it. So stop trying to paint this narrative like, oh, she allowed to cook here. She's allowed to really show out here. Like, no. Only thing that was different is the tombstone and maybe that little poison rana she did. But everything else we've seen. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. Like, it's always this narrative that Joshi wrestlers go back to Japan and then they get to cook. And then they get to really show their skills. Like, WWE are holding them back. It's all bullshit. Now that I've actually gotten into it, and I've actually watched the product, and I got into Joshi wrestling, I can see this all bullshit. I can call people out on that shit. It's like, the jig is up. Like I saw on Twitter, the jig is up. Like, stop trying to paint this picture like these women go back there and they really cook. No, we saw that in WWE. It's a big match, therefore it's booked to be big. When Io Sky has a big match against Bianca Belair, for example, Backlash against Bianca Belair, big match, booked well, a lot of awesome spots, right? The match against Bayley at WrestleMania, big match, awesome spots. A lot of athleticism, a lot of different stuff. When the match is big, it's booked to be big. This was a big match in Marigold. It was booked to be very big. When Io Sky has big matches against Bayley or Bianca, it's booked to be very big. Stop pretending like what's happening is different from what you've seen, because it's not, okay? They don't want her going out there and doing all these flips and tricks on Smackdown. They want to save that for the big PLEs. That's why it's not happening there. Stop painting this narrative. It's kind of annoying. But she's having a lot of fun out there. She's smiling. It was great. Great visuals. At the end of the match, she gave Utami her respect. It was awesome to see. Good match all around. Definitely something to go check out. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. Very good match. And then finally, we had Julia against Sari. This surprised me. By the way, Utami got busted up as well. Everybody was getting busted up in the mouth. They were all getting busted up in the mouth. Same thing happened here. Julia got busted up in the mouth as well. Oh, both did actually. Both of them got busted up in the mouth. Stiff as hell. There's a table spot where Julia put Sari through the table. She ripped off Julia's brace and attacked the wrist, and that's how Julia lost. Because the ref, she didn't tap. The ref called it because the ref didn't want to. He didn't want her wrist to be damaged any further, so he called it instead of letting her tap out. It was kind of annoying. I don't like that. Let her tap out. Don't call the match. But whatever. That's how they decided to book it. She didn't tap, but the ref stopped it because he didn't want to have her get injured further. Whatever. Fine. It's fine. Whatever. Good storytelling within the match. Before that, at least. Before that happened, very good in-ring storytelling. Good psychology. I just didn't love the end. The end wasn't great, but everything else was good. Good match, man. Really good match. Do I think it's better than Io Utami? I don't think so. But it was very good. Still very good. So Julia lost. I was surprised by that. I was surprised that they had Julia lose that match. Why? So I thought Julia was going to have a run with that belt. The whole entire story was Io had to, not Io, Julia had to stop her. She had to stop the freelancer from taking over. That was the whole storyline. You can't have a freelancer take over the title. I have to stop her, prevent her from winning. That was the whole storyline. But they decided to go a different route. Now I think, because of the route they went, I actually believe that Julia is going straight to the WWE now. It's clear. Nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes sense, folks. You don't book, where's her face? You don't book Julia to take 2 losses in a row and then go back to the back of the line. That doesn't make any sense. She lost 2 times in a row because you're going to WWE now, immediately, which is interesting. I didn't think they're going to do that. So Julia loses twice to Sari. She can't beat Sari to save her life. Now she goes to the Fed. Not like those freaking clowns on Twitter. Now she goes to WWE. I was actually kind of surprised by that. I was actually surprised. Yeah, so you have Stephen Vicaire, Julia going straight to WWE now. Straight to NXT. Wow. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes. But yeah, it was a good match. She loses. Now here's your 3 champions on Marigold. All not from Stardom. Sari is a freelancer, and Miku Ano and Shizaki are from Actress Girls, formerly from Actress Girls, which is kind of interesting. I didn't think Rossi had it in them. I thought one of them would be from Stardom, but none of them are. Not a single one from Stardom. I'm surprised by that. I really am. Oh yeah, what a show. The main events killed it, I thought. Again, I think Julia goes to NXT now. Nothing else makes sense. Yeah, it was a really good show, I thought. Complete war. A war between these two, both bleeding, both fought off, like, both kicked out of, like, big spots, big kickouts. Near falls were kind of crazy. But ultimately, the ref stopped it because of her wrist. Didn't love it, but that's what happened. Here you see Nanae, Takahashi, Shozuki, Io, and Kairi. Kairi was there to watch the match. It was cool. I had a feeling she'd show up. It didn't make any sense that she'd go to Japan and not be there. So she was there. The Passion Merchant, Passion, she was there. Well, of course she was there. She had a match. But she's in the photo here. Nice photo with Io Sky. Io looks amazing. Superstar look. Overall, a success, I thought. I thought it'd be some other type of announcement. They announced that there was going to be some type of PLE in Japan. Well, of course in Japan, duh. But in January, a big pay-per-view. I think it's going to be like some tournament. So that's going to happen in January. So that's big. But the big takeaway here, Julia lost. You can't have her lose in the opening show. Have her lose here and tell me she's going to stay. It doesn't make any sense. She gone. Passion versus Yeet. Yeet is less annoying. Passion is more annoying. Passion. That's more annoying than Yeet. For sure. Without question, is more annoying. Overall, solid show. It worked for me. I don't regret paying the money to see that at all. I don't regret it one bit. I think Marigold will be losing Julia now because you're going to NXT. And now the face will be Sari. So you have a freelancer as your face, the ace. Makes sense because she's so good. She's a good wrestler. She's working in Japan. You trust her to be there. So maybe the next time, next match will be Kairi Sane, maybe. We're too broke to watch. Yeah, I think the next match will be Kairi Sane. The next attraction will be with Kairi. But because Io Sky won, you can use her later on. She can show up next year and face someone else, you know. I don't think Io Sky can lose anytime soon. Doesn't make any sense. So Rossi said that she's the best in the world. You don't bring the best in the world and have her lose. Keep her as an attraction that you can use later on. So that's it, man. What is going on here? I felt Hayashishita was prepared to carry the weight of the industry on her shoulders. Her personality is different from mine. I think we have a lot of the same feelings. Interesting. Okay, Io. I like a lot of quotes from Io that I didn't read yet. Rossi Ogawa on his expectations for the new generation of Marigold talent. From now on, in a year or two, the wrestlers born here will have to play a central role. Okay. So we're talking about the young talent that performed on the show. A lot of young talent were there. A lot of young talent were on that show. They all performed well enough. Rossi on the here's a question. Yeah, I want to hear this. A freelancer won the title. A freelancer won the title, the top title. I'm not worried about it at all. Seems like a new story will be. Oh, okay. I see. So it's a story beat. The freelancer won. I thought the story was Julia was going to stop the freelancer. Now the freelancer has the belt. Now somebody has to raise up and stop her. Who's going to do that? Mariah, maybe? Mariah, who just lost to Miku Ano, maybe she does it. So somebody who's on the roster has to rise up and stop the freelancer here. I think Sari, they're gonna have a long run. A long run. She's gonna be a long time champion, I think, in Marigold. I don't see anybody stepping up to beat her right now. Except maybe Mariah down the line. Maybe next year, sometime next year. But I think Sari will be a long time champion in Marigold. And she's one of the best in the world. She arguably Joshi of the year. Especially now with this win. Joshi of the year, people are saying. She's gonna hold that belt for a while. So, but I don't know who they're gonna book to beat her. Again, maybe Sari. Not Koki Amore, I don't think. But yeah. Here's a question I want to see. Okay, here it is. Rossi on Julia going to WWE. The date for her going has not been decided yet. Hey, Rossi. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, okay. So it hadn't been decided yet. It could be tomorrow, technically, but not decided yet. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month. But until then, she'll stay there. Julia said she wants to fight various wrestlers during her time. You thinking of having her pair up against who? Oh, I see. So they're waiting to hear the word from when they want her on NXT. So until then, she'll wrestle on the the shows. She'll wrestle talent like Mariah, like Victoria Uzuki. She'll wrestle the talent on the roster until they're ready to call her up. That could be next week. So let's be clear here. He says until then, so that's WWE's discretion. To work the shows until WWE wants her, and then she'll move. So again, it's clear here. No title picture for Julia is over. She lost to Sari, is done. She's not going to be challenging Sari. She'll move to WWE whenever they're ready for her. So no Sari match with Julia. Sari is the certified established champion going forward. Makes sense. So they're just waiting for the NXT call up, I guess. Julia in tears backstage at her loss. See, I don't buy this. She's more motivated to take the title away. She's motivated to take the title. I'm calling BS. I'm calling BS, folks. She's not motivated to do shit. She's not beating Sari. It's over. She's going to NXT. She's going to NXT. I don't buy that whatsoever. Summer with Sari. Okay. That's cool. Red belt winner. Okay, she's all great. Yeah, I don't buy it at all. One bit. I don't buy it that she's gonna go challenge Sari. It's over. It's over like Rover. It's not happening. Oh, what's my YouTube? Oop. It's over, folks. It's over. All right, folks. That's it for the stream. That's my thoughts on Marigold. It was a good show. Not that many people watch it because not that many people are into Marigold right now. But I am, so I'm going to talk about it. But that's going to be it for a while, folks, with Marigold. Next pay-per-view is not till later on. We'll see how that goes. Good show again. Good main events. Watch it if you can. Find it online somewhere if you can. It's worth the watch. It was good. All right, folks, that's it for this stream. Do me a favor. If you're watching this on replay, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.